Hey, what's up? It's ARSIN. I'm gonna give y'all a little insight on my career, where I've been and where it's heading. So just stay tuned. You know what I mean? I'm gonna answer some of the questions and give y'all some of the information that you might wonder about me. And that's that. A lot of y'all might wonder how I got my name, ARSIN. It's ARSIN. When I was younger, like in middle school, I would perform in ciphers. Ciphers are things where an artist or a rap artist just raps and they take turns sharing their art. And every time I would say my raps or my rhymes, people would just be like, that's hot, that's fire, you know what I mean? So at the time, I didn't really have a name that I went by. So in 7th grade, one of our things was one of our homework projects was we had to look at different words and what they mean. So I went in the dictionary and I found words relating to fire, and I went past arsonist and arson, ARSON, and I had that for a while. But as I got older, seeing the things in my community, seeing the things around me and how it affected me as a person, all the negativity, I felt like I had to have something a little bit more deeper that I represented with my name. I like the fire concept, I like the hotness, but it didn't have that foundation that it needed for me to represent myself as far as my name. So I changed it to ARSIN, which is ARSIN. And if you say it, it sounds like our sin, meaning sin, our sin, our bad, our good, you know, the balance, good and evil, rich, poor, the opposite of everything. That's what life was about to me. It was always like you was either this or you was either that. And sin was the main source of it. It was always about trying to do good. You know, ever since Eve bit that fruit, you know, it's just been that battle as human beings. So I just stuck with the name as far as the concept of flame, and just brought it to a more creative level to represent myself. And what I want to do with my music is just to express that balance. You know, my sign being Libra, that balance is very important. You know, so I just like that name and I just stuck with it, and that's how I get my message. I just talk about the things that I see, and hopefully, you know, that can affect y'all and change your life in a positive way. As a culture of human beings, we always represent what makes us who we are, and we do that by demographics. Ever since we were created, we was created from the land. So the land represents us. Even Native Americans, they identify a lot with their land. America, the whole concept is just, you know, representing where you're from, taking pride in that. And I feel like as a human being, you know, coming from Earth and coming from a certain place, that helps develops you and molds you to who you are. So I'm from Philadelphia, you know. Despite what people may think about Philadelphia and hip-hop and culture, Philadelphia has contributed a lot to everything. You know, we have people like Bill Cosby, Patti LaBelle, Will Smith. You know, this was the nation's capital at one point. The first black church, Richard Allen, Absalom Jones, the first oil discovered on the East Coast was in Philadelphia. You know, a lot has to do with Philadelphia, period. You know, it's just, you know, and me growing up here, it seemed like some people lost that concept, you know, that pride. And me, I just want to take that and just connect it to myself. So that's why I have songs like 215, Philadelphia Born and Raised, because I understand the importance of where I'm from. And I take those roots serious because it affects me and also affects the world. So that's why I do songs and I represent where I'm from. But, you know, I'm from the bottom of West Philadelphia. It's an area called Mantua. We call it the bottom. You know, it's on the lower part of West Philly. But when I say the bottom sometimes, I'm not just talking about my neighborhood. I'm talking about the bottom of everything. If you came from nothing, you know, no matter where you're from, no matter if you're from the ghetto or not, if you came from a situation where you had to work hard, you had nothing, you know, that's the bottom too. So I just take that whole concept of where I'm from and just try to make it worldwide for everybody, because it's something that we all deal with, and it's real rap, and that's what hip-hop music is about at the end of the day. It ain't about all this, you know, this popcorn stuff all the time. You know, we love to have fun, but it's seriousness behind this, you know. And that's why it is the #1 genre of music today. You see it on every commercial, you see it on everything. We just got to get the connection back between me, y'all, between, you know, other good artists and y'all. Y'all got to understand that we run this, you know what I mean? And going to your roots is more important than anything. So that's why I rap real hard where I'm from. Not just where I'm from physically, but where I'm from and where I'm at right now, you know, as far as my mind, you know. That's it. Yeah, so I say all that to say right now, at this point in my career, I have a new project, Secondhand Smoke. That's the name of my album, Secondhand Smoke, subtitle My Habit, Your Entertainment. I got the concept of the album because I feel like everything on this album affects you secondhand. Like I did it first, it's my habit, sort of like smoking, but it affects you on the secondary terms. Now, smoking is the leading cause of death in America, so I want y'all to help me make this the leading cause of record sales and also just the new wave of hip-hop music, Secondhand Smoke. And this album is serious because you see me smoking a microphone, you see the microphone and the ashtray on the back. But this album came from nothing, like literally, you know, grinding. I mean, in the studio, saving money. I mean, thousands of dollars just saving, working, going to school to make this for y'all. You know, you see the supporters inside with the ARSIN shirts on and everything. And this album just, it is like represents to me that I can do anything. And it's just beyond just cop my album and go get it. This will change your life, seriously. And I have a quote in here that I tell people a little bit about what was the motivation behind this. And I just explained that like I'm free and true in my music, and I have dropped like so many tears, and I have experienced so much pain during the duration of making this. Like I had tons of friends pass away, had tons of tribulations that you might say, wow, like he really been through that, you know. And despite all that, I have just been working hard and hard and hard every day to make sure that I continue to prolong the culture of hip-hop music. You know, I've been promoting in the streets. I've been walking miles. I mean, walking miles with my street team, putting up posters myself. You know what I mean? I've been doing shows. I've been rapping on corners. I've been rapping in stadiums with 2,000 people, opening up for big artists, doing small things, doing big things, doing my own music videos, doing my own marketing. You know what I mean? Getting on radio myself, you know what I mean? With the support of some of y'all, you know, right now, it's just been crazy, you know what I mean? I've been doing it myself, you know what I mean? Despite everything that's going on in the game, you know, the hard, you know, everybody wants to rap now. It's getting harder for people to make it. But despite that, you know what I mean? It's not just about being famous. It's just not about making it. It's about making some type of impact. So I just want y'all to know that I truly love y'all people who really appreciate my music, and I'll like never forget it. And I really want us to understand that we're gonna take this to the next level. So I just want to thank, you know, God for giving me the strength and being a vessel to get this hip hop music across to y'all, my family, my friends, and the true supporters out there. Cause I have a unique style. Ain't nobody like ARSIN. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody like me. It's supposed to be 6 billion people in the world. I got one perspective that's different from everybody else's, and you need to see it. So make sure you at least listen to it, buy it, Google it, whatever. You can't LimeWire it no more, so you gotta buy it. Secondhand Smoke, the new album, bunch of other mixtapes online. Let's do it, y'all. ARSINmovement.com.